Guys, this video, it's personal to me because do you know what I hate on FC26? It's losing to players who defend like this. Just look at this. I mean, which player does this guy even have selected? Just running around with the CM or CDM all game, making every space tight and just sitting deep and then hitting you on the counter attack. And judging by that you clicked on this video, you struggle against these players as well. And so today I'm going to give you 4 tips how you can punish this defending style and score. It shouldn't be as hard as it is, but here we are, AI defending still OP in FC26, and so we're going to tackle that today. Do you know what else is going on today? Well, it's full moon. Actually, super full moon. I googled it, it's like moon is super close to the earth and everything. Pretty crazy stuff. EA is pushing the Scream players, the promo is starting to come into full effect, and we thought, why not turn your FC skill into a 99 as well? And that's why we have a full moon promo on the Guide Plus. So trust me guys, if you're trying to improve at this game, then you need to check out the Guide Plus, because there we analyze your game individually. You get all the best content that explains the fundamentals to you in a way that it's comprehensive and you actually understand how to play this game and how to improve. And you join a community as well of like-minded players who, just like yourself, are driven to get better at this game. We have a fun time, we improve together. So it's really a great offer right now with our full moon promo, only live for 48 hours once this video is releasing. So check the first link in the description, guys. Appreciate it and thank you for the support. And now let's dive into the 4 tips. So what do we have here? The very first tip is to try and play faster. Be a little bit more straightforward with your attacking on this game, because if you're going to do that, it will allow you to punish opponents who defend like this and use space quicker. So let's look at this attack right here. We're just playing forward after winning the ball. You can see I win the ball here on my own half. I play towards my right mid right here. And as you can see, if I push forward right away, the opponent is not going to be able to sit as deep. So a lot of the times, if we slow our attack down, we are kind of digging our own grave. And what you need to do is, when someone is defending like this, we need to punish that by taking advantage of this guy being so passive. So I trigger a 1-2 pass here with Yamal, and then I send Messi with a through ball towards that running area, and then I just go down the line, right? So I just go down the line and you can see I can take all this space for free. And if the opponent gives it to you with this passive defending style, then you gotta make sure that you use that space, right? So now I cut inside and I trigger a run from Messi. By the way, all this stuff, like all these mechanics, we featured them in our attacking course over on the Guide Plus, for example. So you can check out all the skill moves, all the running mechanics, all the passing mechanics there. But what I do here essentially is I look at Messi and I press L1. Let me see if I can find the exact timing right here. So yeah, it's only 1 frame, but whatever. You saw I pressed L1. So I look at Messi, I press L1, and I want him to make a run here because I have 2 attackers in here, right? And the opponent is covering them right now. That's like where the strength of this defending style lies. He just takes away your dangerous passing options while you need to try and outdribble the AI, which is tough. So everything seems very, very tight. So what do? I trigger the run from Messi. Now my both attackers here are kind of splitting, and so Messi is now going into this space and he is deciding to defend against my striker. So you need to make use of that. So you can see immediately I pass towards Messi with a through ball because I want to play the ball in front of him. So now I pass the ball to Messi. I see that my striker is open inside the box. Once again, this guy is not switching, he's not actively defending the ball. He wants to park the bus, close down all the spaces with his CM. What do we do in order to punish that? We need to play fast and direct. If you see that your player has some space, don't give the opponent any time to catch up, okay? What you want to do is you just want to take your touch, turn, get the ball here, take a touch, and then try scoring. That's exactly what I do. I take my touch decisively, immediately play the pass, and don't look back. I take a touch forward, and this is how you can punish. It's not going to work out every attack, but it's about your general attacking mindset. You want to be fast and direct and use the space while it's there, because if you start dribbling around here with Yamal earlier, with Messi in the box here, it's going to be too late. There's no movement, no space, everything is tight. So you want to make use while the opponent needs to chase, and you can take advantage of some space. And as you can see here, with this kind of chasing defending style, he's never able to fully catch up, and so I can score. Now, the second tip I have for you here is breaking the rhythm. This is another really important one. So as you can see here, by the nature of this situation, when it starts, we have a free kick, so the opponent is already sitting deep. So we cannot really, use space and play very fast and direct forward in order to be a little bit more on the counter-attacking side of things. So what's happening here? I start going forward and we get exactly into this really awkward position, right? Like you have a couple of attackers here, but the problem is there's the 4 defenders, there's the 2 CMs or CDMs, and that's how players kind of, park the bus, make everything tight and sit very deep. And it's so hard to find an open passing lane here. Now, there's actually a little extra tip I have here for you guys, because as you can see, my Patri is going really offensive here. So the reason for that is my instructions, like my roles. I play in the 4-4-1-1, so I have 2 CMs. 1 CM Patri is on Playmaker, which he has as a ++ as well. And then my other one, Pogba, is on box to box. Now you might say, wow, that's like so aggressive, you're going to get counterattacked all the time. I thought so as well. And I started this game with playing DLP and holding, like really passive roles on the CMs. So they would just sit back against the counterattack. But I noticed even when you put them on these attacking roles, there's not so much difference. Most of the time you have one sitting back and one going really aggressive, and then you can use that one CM you still have against the counterattack, and even on holding or DLP, then you trigger them manually or you play a 1-2 pass, whatever, and they're still out of position. So I saw a lot of pros use really attacking roles on the CMs and CDMs, so I tried it out, and it just helps you break the deadlock on these guys, because what you're going to see is that this Patri is actually going to come in clutch, because she's going to draw the fullback here a little bit outside. And now we come to the main tip here, breaking the rhythm. What do I mean by that? So how did this game situation happen? What is happening here? I play the ball outside. From the outside, I'm coming inside, right? So now I'm also playing down here to Pogba. So what's the current game direction? Well, went here, then I went inside, then I went over here. So the game direction is going towards this side right here, right now. And as you can see, the opponent sees the same thing. So before I even play the pass, he's already switching, because for him, it's natural to think I come from here to here, I will take a touch, I will look to play here. And if you follow that pattern and you always go from the outside to the inside to the other wing, then you turn and to the inside again. If you only play in the same rhythm all the time, it's going to be easy to defend, and you will feel like whenever you get the ball somewhere, everything is already closed. So what you need to do is actually break your rhythm, and you need to try and play a pass that the opponent is not thinking you will play. So in this case, it's nothing crazy in terms of mechanics or whatever. It's playing towards my CM, and then first time I play back out here to Yamal. So I played there, and all of a sudden you can see the opponent is surprised, so he spent his last second or two covering this, and now the attacking role is coming in, which is pulling the fullback a little bit out of position here, and now all of a sudden I have an opening here with my striker, or my cam, could be both in this scenario, and then I pass the ball there, and I'm able to create an opening, get the ball here. It's my striker actually, Pina. I turn, and yeah, you can just see like what happens when these guys are forced to defend on their own, they just don't know how to. He totally pulls this player out of position, and then I'm just able to score easily here. So it's mainly about creating that space. By the way, if you struggle with defending these exact situations, then I made a video on that. I will link it right now. You can check that out, how to defend one-on-one, and make sure you're not dependent on letting the AI defend for you, because as you can see right here, it's really not a fun style. It's not super effective once you play against someone who knows how to punish you. And yeah, just relying on the AI when defending, it's not what you want to do in this game, in my opinion. So Check out that video in case you're struggling with that. Now we come to tip number 3, which is another game changer, guys, if you're struggling. Because as I showed you before right here, this is a very uncomfortable situation. Why? Because we are cutting inside relatively early, and so with the tactics and how like defending AI works, the opponent's defensive line is going to kind of settle here on the edge of the box, and it's really tough to find passing lanes here because the space is so tight. The CMs, CDMs and the back four, they're so close together. Your players try to make some runs in behind and stuff like that, but you can barely feed a through ball. You cannot play the pass to them short. If you find a pass short to them, what are you going to do? You're sandwiched in between two players. So tip number 3 is going towards the goal line, and this is another game changer, as I said, guys. So how does this look like? Well, I played against this guy. I noticed that he was doing this defending style to the extreme, and I was like, okay, I gotta just, you know, force my way to the goal line against this guy, because what it will do, you can see right here, I passed to Yamal here. I know he's not going to select the fullback. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run towards the goal line, and I'm going to use that space that he's giving me, because if you go towards the goal line, you push the opponent's defending line deep. Look at this, guys. Now the defensive line here is pushed all the way to like the 5-yard box here, or 5-meter box. I don't know how you call it in English, whatever. So to this right here. And they're pushed so deep, which now makes any pass you can find to one of your attackers so much more dangerous, because all you need to do is you need to turn and shoot, and it's a goal. So the opponent cannot even give you half a meter of space. And that's really good. And another thing that's great is the opponent's defensive line is pushed so deep, and your players, they're actually coming short. You can see now your players are coming short again, and they're looking for passing options here that they're providing to you. And this will allow you to actually find passes into the feet, and that's a really strong combo. You push the defending line deep, your players come short first, so they have space, you can pass them the ball, and all you need to do is find an open player that's close to the goal, pass there, and shoot. And sometimes you don't even need to take a touch first. So we're going to look at that. And then obviously also here, the attacking roles that I just talked about, they come in as well, right? I have here my Pogba, I have my Patri, so I can really like overload the box. Right now, I have 6 players here in the attack, which is really good because it makes it much harder to defend for the opponent. And so now I'm looking for the pass. I'm also breaking my rhythm, guys. You can see right here with Patri, I am not going to go over here and play this pass, which would be natural, but I'm going to break my rhythm so the tips also come together, and I'm intentionally taking the first touch back to where my pass came from, and then I have the open passing lane right here. As you can see, opponent anticipated for this natural pass over there. He even switched over there, so now he's completely taken off guard here, and I can find the pass. I see another player is coming in here. That's, by the way, because of the inside forward role. Another reason why I think it's the best role for your left and right mid, or your wingers for that matter. And so now I pass the ball in here, and then I can even finish first touch. Another quick little tip for you guys. First touch finishes in FC26 really strong. If you pass the ball over here, or it can even be sometimes like in a spot right here, you know, you have your player coming in, you pass them the ball over here. Even from a spot like this, you can finish first time. It's crazy sometimes, guys. But from like here, the penalty spot, you can definitely finish first touch. And that's how pushing towards the goal line will allow you to, you know, be able to do a lot of good things. And then now here, I actually have the same clip in there twice, so I need to cut right here, guys. I messed something up. See you in a second. Okay, we're back, guys. No big deal. Now I actually have the clip I wanted to show you, and this is about dribbling. Tip number 4 is how do you punish these guys who don't select their defender when you get into the one-on-one. You can see right here, right? Like you have the AI defender in front of you, and this is where I just feel like they're way too strong. You know, sometimes you do crazy skill moves, whatever. You try to juke them, you try wiggling around, you know. As soon as you start and you try to like out-dribble these guys, that's when they buy so much time, these AI defenders, that they're able to catch up with their center mid who was out of the play completely. And it should be mandatory, I feel like, in this game that you need to switch, otherwise I can just beat this defender. But as you can see, they're like shadowing you so crazily. I mean, look at this, you know, I'm trying to get around him with the controlled sprint. He's just perfectly shadowing me. And then even when I change direction, it's not like, you know, anything crazy that I have like crazy amounts of space. But this is exactly what you can do and what you should do in situations like this. You need to do a very, very simple move that will give you an angle to shoot, especially with the finesse shot. Really, really strong, guys. So you can see everything once again coming together, right? I have Messi over here. I'm playing forward. I'm going to make sure I'm straightforward and direct with my attack. I see this open passing lane, so I play the driven pass. I get the ball, and now this is where you need to be confident. If you play against someone like this, you need to be confident that you are going to be able to out-dribble this defender, because they're not going to select him. They're going to stick with their center mid or a player in the back, and they're not going to actively cover this. So you want to go forward diagonally so that, you know, you kind of shield the ball a little bit from the defender. Can go here or go here. The controlled sprint with pressing and holding R1 is really good for this, because you have a little bit of tempo, but you still have ball control. And then what you're going to do is you're going to put the ball on one foot, and now you're going to use a simple move in order to put the ball on the other foot and get a shooting angle for your finesse shot. In this case, you can see I actually just use the left stick. I turn with the left stick, I power up the finesse shot. I know I have the silver finesse playstyle with Aloe here, which really helps obviously, and I just finesse. I have other examples, you know, you can do a ball roll here, ball roll, you can do a fake shot, many such ways to change your angle from this to this. And this is what you want to do. You really gotta make that switch, that you're not afraid and you're aggressive, because the second you start doing this and you turn back and you try to, you know, kind of turn around safely, that's when they come in and they say thank you very much and they win the ball from you. So you really got to make sure you are more aggressive than you would normally be, because if he selected this defender himself, obviously a turn like this would be very dangerous and easy to kind of anticipate and tackle the ball out. But against the AI, it's exactly what you need to do. Go diagonally at them towards the goal, then change your angle, put the ball on the other foot, and just look for a shooting angle, and then just finish. And yeah, that's it, guys. That's the 4 tips. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I'll